Hey, it's Mo, and you're back for content video 2 in our partnership with Covve. Really excited in this video to give you some ideas on how you can deeply connect with people while you're having live interactions. Live interactions could be on Zoom, Teams, they can be in person, but it's where you're having a dialogue back and forth. I'm going to give you 3 big, meaty ways to deepen your relationships in this video. Now, first of all, I got to explain where I'm coming from. I was an actuary in a former life. I know, a relationship video series taught by an actuary. I know you're really excited about that. But I took all the exams to become a fellow in the Society of Actuaries in the United States. And I absolutely love actuarial thinking and I use it to this date. Now, we talked in the last video about systems mindset. How can you do things that you can do at every interval or at every type of interaction episodically, if this, then that? Either you can plug things into your calendar, or when you do a thing, you do this thing. This is one of those episodic things. This is one of those things where a system mindset, while you're meeting with somebody, doing the same things over and over again, and tightening the screws, getting a little bit better all the time, is where you're going to win. The 3 big ways I'm going to talk about today are about enhancing the statistical probability, talking actuarial stuff here, that you're going to find commonality. That's our key word today, is commonality. A researcher named Jerry Berger in the US Santa Clara University did some incredible studies where he found not only do we say yes to people we like, we hire people we like, other researchers have found doctors spend more time with people they like, outcomes are better health-wise when doctors like the patient, when the patients like the doctor. Likability is magic. And what Berger found is the number one commonality, or the number one correlation to likability, is commonality. So statistically speaking, these 3 things I'm going to share with you are ways that you can enhance the chance that you're going to find commonality. Thing 1, take advantage of dead time. So those 5 minutes while you're waiting on somebody else to join the Zoom call, the meeting before the meeting, while you're waiting for your table at a restaurant, where you're waiting for a conference room to open up at your client. Utilize that dead time. That dead time is not insignificant. It's really powerful for relationship building. You're standing there, you're waiting on the room to open up or your table to be seated. This is where you want to ask questions about what the person's passionate about. What are they excited about? Real simple way to do it is exactly that. Hey, Joe, what are you excited about these days? Hey, Jane, what are you up to over the next couple months that you're looking forward to? I like really widely open-ended questions like that because the person can answer in a professional way or personal way. Another way we talk about is in a hireable way, a way that you can be hired, business stuff, or in a human way, something that they're looking forward to around a family holiday or a vacation or a trip they've got coming up, something like that. So when you're in those moments that you might used to think of as dead time, I want you to create a live time. Ask little questions, look for those passions. This is going to give you ways to follow up later, which, by the way, we'll cover in the next video. The second big thing I want to give you today is how to ask questions that are going to light up the pleasure center of your client or your prospective client. Really important here. Dr. Diana Tamir hooks people up to functional MRI machines, measures blood oxygenation in the brain. And what she finds is that when you ask questions that are having somebody share their personal perspective, it's what researchers call SDI, or self-disclosing information. If the person can answer a question that only they know the answer to, that's a simple way to think about SDI, the pleasure center lights up in their mind. This is the same area of the brain that lights up when you drink a Red Bull, when you're on stimulants, when you're eating great food. The pleasure center is a really strong area of the brain. And when we share something that's our personal perspective, it's really powerful. Simple way to do that, say, hey, Jane, I'm really interested from your perspective, where do you think the organization ought to go in the next year? What's your take? Or you could say, hey, given your career in the industry, what do you think is the number one thing that a partner like us can do to make a great relationship with you? Ask personal perspective questions, SDI for short, and ask them in a way that gives you the answers to the test in the future. What are the things that they're really excited about? And what you're looking for there is their priorities and their words. Write those down. Use an app like Covve, do whatever you want, but write down their priorities in their words. That's really important. That's the second thing. The third thing I want you to think about today in creating systems for interactions is so darn important. Follow-up questions. When you see somebody's pleasure center light up, when they're really talking about something they're passionate about, it can be on the professional side or the personal, the hireable, the human. When you see them light up, every time, I want you to ask a follow-up question. Hey, can you tell me more about why you're super excited about that particular vacation? I sense a lot of energy there. Like, it sounds like it's important to you. Follow-up questions, researchers have found, are one of the most important types of questions that you can ask. It shows that you care. It shows that you're interested. By repeating back their words and asking a deeper version question of that to dig a little bit deeper, it just really deeply correlates. And researchers have found these are some of the strongest correlations to likability. Remember, that's one of those things that we talked about at the top of the video that's so darn important. If you're ever stuck on this, ask these 3 words. Tell me more. You can add a little bit more to it. Hey, it sounds like that's really important to you. Tell me more about that. So if you ever can't quite craft the perfect follow-up question, just ask some version of tell me more. It's all it takes. If they're already lit up, their pleasure center is already lit up, they're going to roll with it and tell you more. And you're going to find that's very bonding, highly correlated to likability. And it's going to give you the specifics of why that's important to them and lots more to follow up later. I hope these 3 things are important to you. If you want more, go to the website, Winning the Relationship Advantage. We'll put that in the notes with this video, Winning the Relationship Advantage. There's a really long course there that gets a lot more detail on this kind of thing. But I hope this one was helpful in its own, and I hope this video, along with the others, helps you help your clients succeed.